You'll be able to see that both have removed impurities. However, Atomy removed a little more than the other one. This really comes to show that it removes stress of pollution on the surface of your skin and also leaves a hydrated finish due to the lentils and rice extract. So now we have our gel mask. Same as before, we'll be using the Daily Expert Brightening Mask from Atomy. This mask has been proven by the Korea Dermatology Research Institute to cause no skin irritation, which is fantastic for people with sensitive skin like myself. So the Atomy mask almost felt like another skin due to its ultra adhesion and transparency, whereas the other mask was a little bit drier. Now, this is where I could really feel the difference. The Atomy side still has a lot of liquid to rub into your face, and it has a nutritious and moisturizing finish without any stickiness, and you could really smell the sand lily tones, leaving it smelling absolutely wonderful. So now, onto our toner. We are using the famous Absolute Cell Active Toner, one of my absolute favorites, no pun intended, but this is a premium boosting toner which effectively helps the absorption of the next product. This was a little difficult as I have very sensitive skin, so the toner from the other brand really stung my face, whereas the Absolute just felt like scented water being applied. Again, you could really smell the fresh essential water and tuberosa base from the toner. So next up, we will be using a moisturizer. So again, we'll be using the Absolute Cell Active versus a different lotion. The Absolute range includes so many different technologies, which allows the use of natural ingredients, which specifically helps to strengthen the skin in targeted areas to maximize the function of rejuvenating your skin. Again, I love the Absolute range. It's genuinely one of my favorite skincare sets. So one tiny pump is enough to fill your entire face, and it's so smooth that it's incomparable to any other brand. This skincare contains lupine protein, helping to rebuild damaged skin, which I have seen on my face while using it for the past month myself. Finally, we'll be using our eye cream, again from the Absolute Cell Active range. This is a highly concentrated eye cream from Atomy, and already you can see that Absolute has so much more product compared to the other brand. And it's literally the smoothest and silkiest feeling. You need the smallest amount, which lasts you ages. And fun fact, our Cell Active range contains a skin protective substance that has been found in a 100-year-old tree, which effectively carries the secret to long-lasting DNA. So for the results, it's hard to see anything straight away with skincare. You need at least a month to be able to see a significant outcome. However, one thing I can say is that the Atomy product instantly looks dewier and glows. It's not too oily, but it gives your skin just the right amount of moisture and never leaves your skin feeling sticky or tight. So I hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.
A company that has remained steadfast and kept to the right principles. A company headed toward the world with the right principles. A company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, achieved 1.9 trillion Korean won in global sales in 2020 and surpassed 15 million global members. Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be a top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices. Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of its distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products, including health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, and home appliances. Hemohim, which has been the top seller in its industry for 6 consecutive years, has passed 1 trillion Korean won in total sales. It has gotten international patents in 6 countries, and in 2020, it got green certification and a patent that protects its functional compounds, which helps in discovering new functionalities, Thus, Hemohim is forging a unique new path for health-functional food products. Absolute Cell Active Skincare has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry, with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. The Fame, another luxury cosmetic product reborn with upgraded ingredients and technology, is also loved by consumers as it reflects Atomy's product philosophy. Starting with the US branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company which opened 17 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. In 2020, Atomy opened in China, Colombia, Hong Kong, and India. Plans are underway to open in Turkey, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Brazil, France, etc. It is preparing to open 30 branches within 5 years. Atomy provides absolute quality and absolute price products to the world and is expanding its global sourcing global sales GSGS strategy through the Atomy Global Sales Network. Atomy's success system, which allows the company to directly run seminars and succeed regardless of individual ability, is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. The World Seminar is the next generation of distribution broadcasters, which presents Atomy's vision to members around the world, regardless of time and space. Entertainment and media, which converges business and culture. Product trials through augmented reality, extended reality, virtual tours, etc. Atomy presents a vision of a global success system that transcends time, riding the wave of the untapped era. In order to help partnering companies provide the best quality products, Atomy provides various support measures such as cash payment a week within delivery, interest-free operating funds, and a joint quality management system, and so on. These create a culture of accompanied growth in a virtuous cycle. Sharing is a mission that all companies must have. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of everyone in society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united and provide support for the happiness of all. A company that keeps to its principles and creates new distribution cultures. A company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. A company that dreams of customer success beyond customer satisfaction. A company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud Atomy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Wednesday night. We're having our weekly Zoom. Welcome to all our leaders that are connecting from close and far. I see some that are connecting from, far away. We have our General's Master Nancy Diaz from Texas. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Nice to have you here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We have a good program for you today. If you have somebody that wants to hear this information about this company, Atomy, I urge you to send them a message, tell them to come. We have great leaders that are, taking their time. It's 8 o'clock in LA. It's 10 o'clock in Texas. They're taking their time to come and see you. So, just come in here, tell your people that we have great leaders telling all the information. So I just want to tell you a little bit about who we are and give you an intro, so you know what you're here for. The name of our company is Atomy. It's a company that started in 2009. It's a company that now it started in Korea, but now it's in 53 countries. It's growing super fast. Imagine it within, 11 years, we're growing to 53 countries where most of the companies that have been open for, more than 20, 30 years, they're only like in 100. So we're growing super fast. You could grow here. You don't have to open a separate account to do this business in each country. You could do it with the same account. You don't need to pay any extra fees or anything. Another great thing about our company is that you don't have to pay a membership. It's free. It's the best. It's even better than Costco. Costco, they still charge you. We're better. And we have the best products. We have the best products at the best price. So, if you know of somebody that maybe wants to make extra cash, maybe you have those people that like to make money, that, maybe want to change their life, tell them to come in and hear this information. Maybe you're those type of people that like to help people, that maybe like you like to just share what you have, the information, help people. This is a place for you. Also, if you like information, if you like details about products, this is the place for you, because we have so many things that you can read about and you can learn so much. And also, if you like systems, if you like the way, things work in step by step, or, if you're that type of person that likes, maybe like management and, guide people how to get to, to point A to point B, this is the place for you. So we have a lot of things for you. This is the only company that pays 70% of their profits. They only keep 30%. You don't hear that out there, and they share with the people that are doing this business. So if any of those things kind of got you in the boat, stay, or call those people that want, you want to share this information with. Today we have awesome people. So I didn't get it. It's who's the one that's doing the products? The doctor? Is she here? She's not here yet.
No, she's not connecting yet. If you wanna continue with that will be great.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna share a little bit about our model. Here in this company, we have a model. Let me see if I could get it open here. There's our chairman. His name is Hangyo Park. He's the one that started this company. He had that vision of doing this business, and like just putting it out there, putting this company out there and showing people how to make money, right? Or how to change their lives. And the way he did it is with a mind of putting a model so you could follow it. Let me just pull it up. I was in the person that's supposed to be here, it's not here, so we're gonna improvise a little, but 1 second, should be here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. You guys see this? Yeah. Okay. So Hangyo Park, he's our chairman. Like I said, he's a founder. He's a visionary. He's a man that likes business, that likes to do different things. He's a man that's ahead of his time. In 1982, he started actually doing multi-level marketing. He got started doing the same thing that we're doing. And then in 1995, he achieved the highest rank in the business that he was in. In 1999, he won the Grand Prize Award of Korea Network Marketing First President and the Network Marketing Leaders Club. In 2000, he found sort of like an e-commerce that was really ahead of his time, almost like an Amazon. It was called IamKorea.com. And, for some reason, like I said, he was too ahead. People were not catching on. So, it just, he stopped with that idea. In 2013, he was a vice chairman of Korea Society of Food and Science and Nutrition. From 2015 to 2018, he was a vice president of Korea Direct Sales Association. And from 2019, he was the president of Korea Direct Sales Association. And he's the founder and chairman of our company. And he gave us this model, like I was saying. This model is very important because, you could follow this model and do a business that's ethical and moral, and, it's just correct. And if you just follow it and really think about what it says, you could be successful here. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit what it is. The first thing is cherish the spirit. What does that mean? Cherish the spirit means that Atomy doesn't just focus on the material things. Of course, we're a business and we're interested in making money, but we're not just going to do it on the backs of people. We're actually going to cherish what's inside of them. We're gonna see how they see things, how their points of view, how they do things, and we're gonna love them for it. Another thing is create the vision, where most of the people they have a certain dream or a thing they want to accomplish in their life, but sometimes they don't know how to do it. So we're gonna help them create that vision, how to get there. And then the next part is follow the faith. Follow the faith means that, we all believe in something, and we believe that sometimes this faith is going to take us somewhere, right? But, sometimes we don't see it. But, faith is believing in things that are still not there, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow in faith. And the last one is serving humility. Why? Because here in Atomy, we have all types, like all walks of life, all types of people. We have people that are, very educated. They're doctors, surgeons, lawyers, and, people that have gone to school, maybe even PhDs. But we also have, housewives or people that maybe they only went to high school, didn't get an education. So here, everybody deserves respect, and we're going to serve everybody in humility. And usually when we start these meetings, we usually recite this. I don't know if there's any new people, but we would literally go cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serving humility. And in Korean, we would say asha, asha, asha. And this is basically in like, let's go kind of thing. So let me see, is she here? I don't know if she's here. Is she ready? Okay, so with this, I'm going to continue. I'm going to introduce Dr. Hong. She's going to give us an introduction of some of the products that Atomy has. So if you have somebody, like I said, is new, she's going to explain the products. I don't know exactly which one she's going to explain, but I'm going to give her the microphone to her so she could start sharing her presentation. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Hong. You can unmute yourself.
Hello. I'm really sorry, my computer kind of broke down. So I got into a new computer, but that computer didn't have a Zoom. So I was busy downloading the Zoom, and that's what's happening here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open my PowerPoint, and I'm kind of, it's been a while since I used this computer. So just be patient with me. I am going to try to find my PowerPoint. Let's see, most recent. It was just here. Oh, there you go. So what I'm going to talk about today is, let me close this, salt cure, which means what can we do? How much salt do we need? And I'm opening up PowerPoint here. So let me see. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, let's view. Oh my gosh, I can't believe these things just happened.
No worries. We're here waiting.
Yeah.
patiently.
So appreciate that. But almost there. Let's see. Computer is a little slow. However, it will come. So how's everyone this evening?
Great,
We're
great.
great.
Good. All right.
Yes.
I'm still booting up the PowerPoint.
No
Oh,
worries.
there we go. There we go. I see it. And I'm gonna scroll down to. So I hope I'm not gonna bore you guys. However, let me see. Here's your screen.
I am looking forward to hearing about how salt can cure things.
Yeah, I will get there. Let's see. Now, can you see it?
No, no, not yet.
Oh. How about now?
Hey, ignition!
My God, last whole hour, I was going crazy. My laptop broke down and I was calling all my engineer friends. But anyway, so here I am. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a salt cure. And let's go ahead and begin. So what is salt? Okay, salt is a food comprised of two minerals. One is called sodium and the other one is called chloride. Okay, it's called NaCl is a salt. And sodium is a mineral that works with other minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and calcium to regulate our metabolism. Okay, so that we can use those, whatever that we eat, we need to produce energy, right? So that cell and organ can function properly. So therefore, the sodium is also a form of food. Okay, so, but what I'm gonna do when I'm talking tonight, I'm gonna be interchanging salt and sodium, back and forth. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So why do we need a salt? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna talk about the Himalayan salt, so you know, but there's gonna be a little bit of science behind it. So why do we need salt? Salt helps our blood circulation. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, it's very important that salt increase our blood volume. When you increase our blood volume, it's get rid of stagnation in our blood and also prevents the viscosity of the blood. So blood gets thinner and it prevents the blood clot, stroke, or any other cardiovascular disease. So salt is very necessary in our system. So salt maintains fluid and also electrolyte balance, right? And salt is a mineral, so it helps with the minerals and electrolyte balance. Salt influences blood volume, like I mentioned, and also maintain blood pressure. And the sodium, mineral from salt, is an essential mineral for the contraction of our muscle, such as our heart, and also a nerve function. So without sodium, our nerve can conduct. So neurotransmitter cannot work without sodium. And sodium, potassium, and magnesium is needed to regulate our metabolism, which I mentioned about the glycolysis. Also, the salt is a very important nutrient for our brain, such as salt increase uptake of vitamin C into brain, and salt also brings the vitamin C into our bone, okay? And salt prevents hydrations and also lower kidney stone. And salt improves athletic performance. It increases energy by at least 20%. So before you exercise, we have to make sure that we preload with the salt. And I'm gonna go over a little bit more in detail, so you guys can appreciate how salt can do really good for our body. So what happens when you're low in salt? First of all, how do we know that you are low in salt? How do you measure that? When you go to a doctor, they do the blood test and you're going to see something called BUN. It's a blood urea nitrogen. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That is the indicator. If you have a high BUN level, that's a marker that we have a very low salt in our system. That's how we know we are low in salt. And when you are elevated of a blood urea in our urine, what happens is that you're reducing the blood volume in our kidney, and that's going to cause all kinds of adrenal problems and other, the symptoms that I'm going to talk about. And if you are low in salt, we are likely to be more fatigued. So when you're really tired, you have some salt water, it's going to give you some energy. And when you are low in salt, guess what? We feel dizzy, lightheaded. And one of the example would be the POTS syndrome. It's called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. What it means is that you have an orthostatic hypertension. So you get a dizzy spell, especially when you get up from sitting down. So when you're low in salt, sometimes a lot of people they go get some sugar or the fruits or things like that to get a sugar. But actually, salt is what they needed. And I'm going to explain a little bit more in detail later on. And when you're low in salt, it increases the heart rate. So that's what happened with my son. He came here because he, lift weight and he does a lot of exercise these days, and he doesn't have enough salt. So when he came, I put him on the scale and I found out that he has a 98 heart rate. And someone who exercises daily, you should have a heart rate of below 65. 60 and 65 is somebody who's healthy and fit, right? But that wasn't the case. And so I told him, you have a really abnormal heart rate, because if you have a heart rate greater than 100, it's a life-threatening. And he was at 98. That's because he probably didn't have any salt that day. So anyway, so salts decrease in the blood flow, like I mentioned, because it creates the viscosity, it's the thickening of your blood, and also you can have a blood clot. And guess what? It also increases the insulin level in our body, just like having a glucose. So when you have elevated insulin, it retains more salt from our kidney. And uric acid increase, that's what the BUN is, the test, the marker shows how much uric acid in your system, and that's what happened. And also increased triglyceride and lower HDL as well. And you get electrolyte abnormality and also mineral imbalances. So in turn, it creates a muscle spasm or muscle cramps in our body. Okay, so is there a danger in low salt? Answer is yes, because when you are low in salt, it accelerates the hardening of the artery, which can cause the hypertension, and also you can have a cardiovascular disease, right? So it's a life-threatening, it can be. And salt also increase appetite. So if you're eating, if you're low in salt, you're craving more sugar, craving more food. So that's a normal indicator that you don't have enough salt. And also increase insulin resistance. So just like having a glucose. And so what happens when you, when you have high, what does the insulin do? You guys know?
It lowers your blood sugar.
Yeah, it lowers blood sugars. And it brings the glucose in our body so that our body can use glucose, which is sugar, and glucose can be used as energy fuel. And what happens if you have too much of glucose or too much of carbohydrate, it's going to store in our liver as a glycogen, right? And it will turn into fat until you're ready to use up or exercise. So when you have a high insulin level, remember I told you one of the function of insulin is the insulin absorb sodium. Okay, so and so when you have high insulin, like a high glucose, it will damage our kidney. And when you damage our kidney cannot filter out a lot of stuff. So normally, kidney is supposed to filter out 3.5 pounds of salt daily, and sometimes they can be impaired. And also, when you are low in salt, it accumulates more visceral fat. So you are less likelihood of losing fat. And also, it increases the fasting insulin. And also, remember, I told you, increase the heart rate by 20% and increase blood viscosity and elevate the platelet. So that's the number one cause of stroke and also heart attack. And if somebody has autoimmune disease, such as Crohn's disease or IBS or ulcerative colitis, those individuals cannot absorb sodium readily from our small intestine. So they're going to be lower in sodium, so they have to take more of the salt. And when you drink coffee, it will deplete salt in our body. So when you drink 1 cup of coffee, it will lower half teaspoon of salt. So when you drink coffee in the morning, it's best to add some salt. And actually, when you add a salt into our coffee, it actually sweetens a little bit. And you might want to, drop a little bit of good fat also to absorb better. So that's how we're supposed to drink coffee in the morning. So if you guys haven't added salt, I strongly advise you to do that. And when you exercise, we sweat out. And also our muscle use all those minerals, sodium, magnesium, and calcium, and iodine, and copper. So you have to preload with the sodium before you exercise. And what happens if our kidney or our body doesn't have enough sodium, our cell cannot function, because in order for our cell membrane to transport mineral, it has to go through something called sodium and pump channel. And when you are low in sodium, it's going to rob the sodium from our bone. So it can create osteoporosis, right? Osteoporosis is a weakening bone. It can cause a brittle bone, and bone can break. And also it reduces something called HCl in our stomach. It's HCl is a hydrochloric acid that are very, you need to have high HCl in our stomach to digest fats and also protein from stomach. And it's gonna go to small intestine for the absorption of those great nutrients. And the HCl, the chloride, is coming from the salt. So if you are low in salt, remember salt is comprised of 2 minerals, sodium and chloride. So HCl, the chloride is precursor to make the HCl in our body, okay? And remember, the salt also kills bacteria, right? So when you have some gum disease, or if you have a lot of bacteria in your mouth, you can rinse with the gargle with the salt water to kill bacteria. Same thing happens in our small intestine. So if you are low in salt, what happens is that it increases the bacterial overgrowth. So there is a condition called SIBO. Have you heard of SIBO? Small intestine bacterial overgrowth. So those people who are low in salt can have this kind of condition. So we have to add the salt in our diet. And the last thing is that when you are low in sodium, it increases adrenal hormone from our adrenal glands, such as adrenaline or aldosterone and renin. And when you are constantly activating those hormones, you get an adrenal fatigue, and people get fatigued and tired when you have low sodium. So what is really cause of hypertension? How many people, here heard that, oh, you have to really cut down the salt. If you have to have a low salt, low fat diet, because salt causing the high blood pressure and cause hypertension. You heard that before, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm going to tell you that is not the case. Just like if you drink lots of water, the water causing a hypertension, which is true, but and so stop drinking water. I mean, it doesn't make sense. We have to drink lots of water because our body is comprised of 70% of water. We have to take lots of water for a healthy body, right? Same thing. So what happened when you take carbohydrates and the sugar, it increases insulin to surge, right? And like I said, insulin allows the glucose to enter into our body, and so that we can use it as a fuel. But insulin also absorbs sodium. I'm repeating myself, but you learn from the repetition. So when you have absorbed of all the sodium, it will increase the hormone, the adrenal hormone called aldosterone. And aldosterone increase the blood volume, in turn increase hypertension. So are we getting get blamed for the sugar, what the sugar did? Sugar is the one that is increased the insulin. Therefore, the insulin absorbs the sodium, and you have the negative effect of having a increase in blood volume, which causes hypertension. Do you guys understand this part, this diagram? So sodium, the salt, gets blamed for what the sugar is damaging the kidney. So what is the real cause of hypertension? Again, is high sugar diet and low salt. And too much coffee can lower the sodium. And the people who's taking a diuretic medication lose a lot of salt in their body, and that can cause hypertension. And somebody who has autoimmune disease, IBS, or Crohn's disease, or what's the other one? Those can cause low in sodium, and that can cause hypertension as well. So this is a diagram that I described earlier. In order for us to produce ATP, which is the energy, you need to have enough sodium so that there will be a balance of sodium and potassium in our body to have enough energy. So when you have low in salt, you're not going to have enough energy. So this is just another diagram that's the organic chemistry of how the glucose and vitamin C. And our brain needs the glucose as a fuel, but look at the vitamin C. Vitamin C is almost identical to glucose. So in order for us to use our brain to use the vitamin C, you need to have a sodium, and they are very similar in compounds. So they do the same thing. So the question is, how much salt do we need? In ancient world, we used to consume about 100 grams of salt daily. And before the refrigerators formed, we put a lot of salt as a preservative, right? So we were eating lots of salt, and that's okay because our kidney can filter out 100 to 160 grams of salt per day. And but now, in our modern life, we still need at least 8 to 10 grams of salt per day. That is equivalent to 1.5 tablespoons of salt per day. So if you are not taking that, then you need to really look at that. And when you exercise, you need more. You need to take a half teaspoon before you exercise and half teaspoon every hour as you exercise, due to the mineral used up by the muscle, as well as you losing some mineral, because when you sweat out, you're losing salt, magnesium, potassium, and copper as well. So now, what kind of salt is the best salt? Well, we know that Himalayan salt in our Atomy is a natural, unprocessed, purest salt, which contains 84 different kinds of minerals and trace mineral, whereas table salt is processed salt that has 0 minerals. So we shouldn't take table salt as a dietary supplement. We need to take Himalayan salt. But the Himalayan salt does not have iodine in them. So we have to add iodine, like a rugose iodine, maybe 2 or 3 drops of iodine is necessary, at least needed for our health. So unfortunately, our company does not have iodine. I strongly recommend iodine intake daily. So we need to add iodine every day. And there are other salts out in the market, like a Redmond salt, which is the ancient dry up ocean salt that contains iodine. So if you want to get that, that's fine. And we have another one, the ancient mineral salt is very good. Celtic salt has 400 milligrams of magnesium, so that's also very good. Or you can have a Himalayan salt, has a magnesium in them. And table salt do not have any minerals at all, so we should avoid that salt. So our Atomy Himalayan salt is the has many health benefits, and it's a pure salt, from the Himalayan mountains, and it contains no anti-caking agent. There's no preservative added, and it's very high quality and safe pink salt available for us. So why not get a salt from Atomy? It contains 84 minerals and trace minerals. It's 100% natural and pure, and it's harvested from the heart of the Himalayan mountains. And these salts date back more than 2.5 million years and has been nurtured by earth energy. Okay, and if you want to know a little more about how the salt benefits for our health, you can read a book. It's called Salt Fix. Dr. James D. Nicolantonio wrote this book. It's an amazing book. And he states that salt is an essential mineral for health and exercise. And that's it for today. I don't want to talk too much about this. I hope that you guys can really appreciate importance of salt and adding salt into your water daily, and share this information with other people so they can appreciate how important the salt intake is. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
We heard about we have too much salt to our food, so we should cut. As long as we cut off the salt, all disease is gone. That's what they say.
As long as we cut out salt.
That's what they say, So a lot of people, they don't add any salt. So natural salt is celery and tomato, any kind of food that has a lot of salt. So you don't need the extra salt. That's what they say.
Well, that's why I'm doing this talk, because that is not true. You need to intake a lot of salt. And our kidney can filter out 160 grams of salt. And I'm asking to take 8 to 10 grams of salt in order for our muscle function, and also, to prevent hypertension, actually. So it prevents the cardiovascular disease. So when you're talking about salt, maybe we're talking about the table salt that you get from
refined salt.
Refined salt, yeah.
Yeah, I think it has to be if they have a condition where they're not supposed to take extra salt, that they have to talk to their doctor. But most people that are healthy, they need salt for their thyroid. So it's important. It's very important to consume salt.
Even those people who has a hypertension, I'm telling you, the salt is not the culprit. Salt is not the one that is causing the hypertension. That's a whole thing about my lecture, is to educate you. It's not a salt. It's not the salt. It's the glucose. It's a sugar.
Yeah. Well, we're going to continue with our presentation. We don't have a lot of time, and we don't want to keep you here, guys, for longer than we're supposed to. But yeah, Atomy has a lot of products. The Himalayan salt is one of them. We have products from, if you really want to take care of your health, we have the best supplements. We have our best item, which is the HemoHim. The HemoHim is a product that helps your immune system. It creates immunity from your bone marrow. It creates new blood cells. It's if you look at the patent that it has, it helps you with a lot of different conditions. So, just look more into that. Come back next week. Well, actually, no, I don't know if we're going to have it next week. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll send out the the invitation if we're going to have it because we're so close to Christmas. But yeah, just check out, as the person that invited you, we have so many supplements. We have vitamin C, we have omega-3, we have probiotics, we have spirulina, we have what's another, enzymes. These are like enzymes, digestive enzymes. We also have our milk thistle that it's so great for our liver. So if you really want to take care of your health, you know, I know we have to go to the doctor, and if we have a condition, we're just supposed to go to the doctor. But if you want to prevent all these things, you could do it with the Atomy products. You could do it with the Him, you could do it with the supplements. Also, we have anything you could think of that's for your house. We have laundry detergent. Our laundry detergent, it's about 7 cents per load. How can you beat that? How can you beat that? Our what's it called? Let me show you real quick. Our dishwashing liquid, okay? Just our dishwashing liquid, you could refill 60 of these bottles with what's inside of this. That's how effective our products are. You know, yes, we have salt, we have other things, but if you don't go into your account, if you don't go into your profile where you could see our store, you're never gonna know what's there. In the beginning, when I started consuming Atomy products, I was just consuming the health products. But as I went along and I started looking into my store, then I started noticing that there was a lot of things that I could replace from my house: my toothpaste, my toothbrushes, my shampoo, my body wash, just all these things that I was already buying in the store. The only thing I had to do is switch from Walmart to Atomy, from Target to Atomy, from CVS to Atomy, from, you know, I don't know, you know, Royal Prestige, my pots and pans, to Atomy. And when you make that switch, you start talking about, you know, all these products. You start talking about what Atomy has. I go and tell my people, like my family members, hey, buy this soap, buy this dish washing soap. It's gonna clean your vegetables. It's gonna clean your dishes. And, you know, it could clean your floors. You could use it to clean your floors. It just does so many things. And what happens when you start sharing, you create other people accounts for them, and then you start making money without trying, just by sharing. And for that, you know, we're gonna have our Cherish Master Hilda Liu that's gonna show you how when you share the benefits of all these products, you could actually make money. And that's what got me excited, because I was sharing so much. Like before I knew it, I had like 50 members within 2 months. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it that it was so easy to share, and people would sign up and buy the products themselves. So thank you, Cherish Master Hilda Liu, for being here. And I can't wait to hear your presentation. Show us how to make the money.
Yeah, thank you, Susie. So you guys are gonna make some serious money. You know, actually, let me share my screen with you guys. You see the compensation? Oh, no, it's not. That's not it, right? Hang on. Yeah. Okay, there, here we are. Okay, let me get to the slideshow. Okay, so I know some of you have been here. Maybe you have some new people. You don't really know like what products we have yet, but we have a lot of products. We have like about 149 products online. So I encourage you guys to go online to check it out. As like Susie has said, we have daily necessities from like healthcare, beauty, personal care, living, and food. And I was actually thinking, I'm confused now. So I was gonna say, wow, I ate the ramen. We even have ramen, potato ramen, you know, like, oh, that's a lot of sodium, 1,700 milligrams of sodium. And then I was like, okay, now I'm confused if I'm supposed to have that or not. But it does taste so good anyway, the ramen. So you see, we have food category, we have all these other categories. So basically, these are daily necessities. So, we're not really here to sell anything, or we're not here to, to ask you to make money if you're not ready to make money. We are here to tell you to become smart consumers, first of all, because we have like 90% of our members. We have 30 millions, as you heard earlier on, 30 million members worldwide. And so 30 million members, and 90% of them are consumers. And we love our consumers. Like, 10% are the people who found that because they've used the products. As myself, I started off as a consumer, and over time, I started sharing with my friends and families, and they start coming back and asking me for the products. And so then I started to, open accounts for them, as Susie had said. And so in no time, I started making money. So you can make from $60 to $300,000 a month, depending on what your goal is. And if you don't even want to do that, you just want to save money, that's fine too, right? You can still be a smart consumer. So what you're going to do is you're going to be telling people what you normally do. You don't change any of your behavior. You're already sharing stuff with people. You're already sharing, about online websites with people. You're sharing all sorts of things. And we're online distributors of products. So when you're already sharing stuff, it's very just your nature, and since we're all like social beings, we network. Right? We network. Why don't make our networking on the phone all the time, make that into income generating for us, just so that you're not just, wasting your time, and you're educating yourself about what's the best products in the world, what are the upcoming trends and stuff like that. So, I can tell you until I'm blue in the face, like this is the best product or whatever, but you need to experience it for yourself. You need to experience it. And how do you do that? You try the products online. And if they're good, keep using it. And if it's so good that you can't stop talking about it, then start talking about it to other people. We really want to be sharing. If you have something good, you don't want to keep to yourself, right? I mean, why be selfish? So share with people, and that's how you can benefit everybody. Sharing through networking and all that, it's not greed. Some people say, okay, I'll make money, that's like greedy. No, that is caring about other people. See where you're coming from, the point of view where you're coming from, the point where you're caring about people, then you're doing something good for somebody, and you feel good about yourself. And then when you see other people's lives improve, the diseases get healed, that's such a plus, So we know that our company here, we are dealing with big companies like Coma Korea, Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. These are all the big players. And if you don't, you can just go Google and you'll be able to find that online. So why is our product so cheap, right? Why is our product so affordable? It's because the R&D is usually the most expensive part of the products. And because the R&D is already highly subsidized by the Korean government. And so that's why we're able to get the products at such a good price. And because of the technology, we have such a high quality. So this is a very, very good kept secret because we're not advertising. So it's up to us. People here that you have used the products, it's up to you to go out and share this with the world. And the more passionate you are about the more products that you've tried as quickly as possible, the more you're able to share, the more you're able to give back to the world of this. You can make it as like your goal, your goal in life to help people, right? So we're in global. So these are the countries we're here right now, and like this 23, and we're growing. We're continuously growing. So I'm going to show you the marketing plan now after this to show you that because it's global and it's unlimited, there is no limit to what you can make. If $2 or $3 million a year is not enough for you, then this is not the place. Okay, when I tell people that, they usually laugh. They're like, "Oh, I'm happy with $2,000 a month." Yeah, that means that is actually having back when we had a 1% interest rate. That means you already have $2 million sitting in the bank where you're getting $2,000 a month. of residual income. This is what this platform, this company is able to give you, residual income. And residual income, because you say, oh, people are not going to buy. No, but we have 90% of our total 30 million members are consumers. What does that tell you? That tells you that people love the products. And even if they don't do the business, they still want to use the products, right? In fact, today I had somebody call me to join from themselves. They just, you know, they called the company and they wanted to join because they used up, some friend gave them some product and they just love it and they wanted to join. So make sure that when you share the products with people, always follow up on them, you know, and find out if they would like to get an account for themselves. Otherwise, they're so desperate to get the products, they just go call the company straight. And you don't want that because you did the work of sharing this and you deserve the payment of the advertising fee, you know? So what does it entail? You know, what's the catch? You know, everybody always wants to say, what's the catch? There must be some kind of catch. No catch. Look, that's why it says righteous marketing plan. Why? Because there's no membership fee. There's no monthly or annual fee. There's no website usage fee. There's also no automatic monthly purchases. Now they call it something else. They call it like, oh, some kind of lifestyle in other website. They dare not call it automatic purchase. We don't have any of that stuff. You're not logged in to buy anything. It's just like a Amazon account that you buy anytime you want, anything you want at any time. And so there's no capital to get involved if you want to treat this as a business. All right. Okay, so this is a binary plan, binary marketing. So basically the person on the top there is you, and you are going to share with two person. Your number can be sponsored, like for sponsoring two person. And that two person, if you have more people, you're gonna put that people under the two persons that you have. So it just keeps on going, right? It just keeps on going to the unlimited. I said earlier, unlimited. And this is powerful because you never know, anybody below wants to do a business, they're going to create a lot of volume for you, you know, and if they know somebody in a different country, that adds to your volume, you know, fantastic. So imagine that if you go to 197 countries in the world, that's the amount of people you're going to have under it. And you never know who they know. So this is really, really powerful. And the products here, everything that you buy, it has a volume, it has the PV, and all the PV is going to add up and brings it all the way up to your left group and your right group. So you have like, we have Himalayan, as Susie was saying, this is a really, helps build your immune system. This product here, we sell like 300 million a year. So this is very good for your immune system. It has anti-cancer qualities. And then we have the skincare here. And I'm so excited because I went to the last Success Academy and they had the talk show for this Absolute set. You know, they won like 3 awards already and they're gonna win another award soon. So this product here is actually de-aging. I'm 55 years old. Today I met a friend and she looked at me and she started using this product because she saw me. We met 7 years ago, and when she saw me again, she was like, wow. And when I told her about the skincare, she used it right away. Then we have the ginseng, the red ginseng, which is also a first seller like in Korean. They export this red ginseng, is the #1 export. Okay, so these products here, they all have the volume, and whatever you buy, you're going to add up to the volume. So you make your own personal PV, which never goes away, and you have the right group and the left group that will, you know, that's how you make the money, because the PV is going to translate into money. So I have 3 minutes left, so I'm just gonna run through here. So if the person that asked you to come here to this meeting, you can get back with them and explain, you know, take your time to explain it slowly. But I just give you the general idea of it and why we're different. So this just shows that a lot of companies, the people that they get in sooner, they're the people that make the money on the top. It's like, you know, it's not fair, right? So look at the unhappy face of the people below. But Atomy, because there is a cutoff point, even though there's no limit to your accumulation of points, but there is a limit to the income potential of $1,200 a day. Okay, this is one of the commissions. And so the top part is being shared with the bottom. So that's why this business is not that hard. It's actually a lot easier. If you can't do this business, other MLMs not going to work. So you, like I said earlier on, there's a residual income. So you always have residual bills. Why not make residual income? And one amazing thing with this is if you know, it really hurts me when people say, yeah, you know, I don't need money myself, or I don't need money for my family. But, you know, there are a lot of other people out there that need money, that you can actually give the money, donate it, help them out. A lot of people are suffering right now. I know some people lost their jobs. They don't have the ability. They don't have a place to stay. And a lot of people are in need of help. So even if you don't want to make this money yourself, for you can actually make the money and you can give away that money, right? I mean, what a great thing that you can do for the world. You know, think about it. If you think that you don't have a purpose in life here, this could be one of the purposes that you can have. And it'll make you very excited about life because you're doing something very meaningful, you know? And Atomy also not only gives you that business, because this can be passed down to 3 generations. So you can give it to your children and your children's children. So, and if they don't need it, they can also give it away, right? So main income source, just now I said was general commission, and then there's the mastership bonus. So general commission is basically that you have your group A and B, left group, right group, and they have the matching of the points. And mastership bonus is when you become like a manager and you teach people. You're going to be teaching people how to make $2,000. Let's say we start with the first level, which is making of the $2,000. Just going to skip through this. These are just the details of the matching. So over here, we have the sales master right here. So the group is generating 2.5 million on each side. And this is the basic one that you make about $2,000. So if you hear and say, I just want to make $2,000, great, because that is the basic. And once you can do that, you can teach other people how to do that, because the next level up is the Diamond Master, is when you have 4 sales masters. So you teach 4 people, 2 on each side, and it doesn't matter if you brought them in personally. It could be any level below you, and they just put their hands up and say, hey, I want to make $2,000, and you go and you help them. And you help them make $2,000, you become a Diamond Master. So if you know how to do that, you can go to the next level. Just like me, I have 4 diamonds, and I've helped 4 people to help 4 people become sales masters, right? So when you get to that level, you just keep rising up the rank. And we have the last one is the Imperial Master. We just recently had a crowning of our 8th Imperial Master, right? So these are the promotion gifts. You know, they're very exciting. I'm just gonna jump to the Imperial Master because that's what I want to go, you know. So for the Imperial Master, you're gonna get a $1 million cash. You can do anything with it. What do you want to do with it? Think about that. You know, have a dream. Think about what you can do. If you, we have an Imperial Master that gave that away. Was it the lady? Yeah, one of the 5th or the 6th Imperial Master. When she became the Imperial Master, she donated that whole amount to the Cambodia for building the school for the children, or for the single mom. Yeah, think about that. How meaningful it is, right? That made our chairman Pop cry. He was so touched because he's always telling us to pay it forward, you know, and this is an opportunity that you can do that. And then we have a promotional trip for 10 nights and 11 days. And we have the a car and a chauffeur for you, and an office and a secretary. And then you also have a $10,000 of a credit card, company credit card for you to help your partners. You know, you spend on them, you help them move up, you know, help them increase their income so that they can also pay it forward. So here's a picture of all the Imperial Masters that we have, 7 of them. The first Imperial Master was a woman. And then this is the Imperial Master for my lineage. And this was the last Imperial Master. And the recent one, this is our 8th Imperial Master. So this is him giving a speech with his $1 million cash. So dream vividly, as we always say, you know, dream vividly and you're gonna make it come true. And we have so much resources online. You can go to ch.atomy online and you know, it's in your website. So you can look at, there's educational videos, all sorts of videos that you can listen to. You know, these days, you can learn a lot by yourself online. You don't have to go to school, you know, but we can come to the meetings, because when we come to the meetings, we can associate with each other, we can learn from each other. So we have Success Academy, the one I was telling you guys about, where the crowning of the Imperial Master, and also the talk show on the absolute set, that it's phenomenal. We're going to really push it big this coming year. So exciting. It's going to be known out there in the world. And if you are using all the high class skincare, you know about La Mer and stuff like that, these are no comparison to our absolute set. It's really the technology that goes into it. And then we have the one-day seminar, we have the global seminar, and we have the online, and we have the center meeting. Center meetings are kind of not too much at the moment, and online is like, this is one of like the online meetings. So get together with the person that brought you, find out where the meetings are, and invite your people to the meeting. Invite people to the Zoom meeting. When there's a meeting on Success Academy, send them the link. We have it on like YouTube now, so it's very easily accessible. It's only if you want to. So ultimately it goes to yourself. What you're gonna ask yourself, what do you want to achieve with this tool? This is a tool for you to succeed. What do you want to achieve with this tool? And when you talk to somebody, you try to find out what is it that makes them tick? What is their dream? Do they want to help people? Do they want to socialize? Do they want to just make a couple of, $1,000? What is it that they want? You know, all of us are not here for nothing. We're here to do something great, not just for ourselves, for our fellow men, you know. And this is an amazing tool that we have here. And if you don't want to do any of this stuff, there's no judgment. You know, you can still just use the products, because you save money from using the product that is good for the environment, that is good for, for your health, is non-toxic, this organic, it's plant-based, like what Susie was recommending, the dish detergent is plant-based. You can wash the vegetables with that. And I actually just talked to somebody that buys from Trader Joe's, the one that you wash the vegetables. And that's only for washing vegetables. And I told her, I said, how much is that you bought and how much is the volume? She said, well, like it's like half the size of it. And it's like $12. I'm like, man, I can give you twice the volume, and less than half the price is $9. And you can wash your dishes, you can wash your vegetables, you can wash the car, and you can even wash the floor. So then she just got it right away. She goes, I want it. Yeah, I want to buy it. So go out there, talk as much as possible to anybody you meet, tell them about the products. But first of all, you need to use it yourself. Experience it for yourself. When you love it, you have passion about it, you can share it easily, piece of cake. Okay, so I guess I'm run out of time. Thank you so much for listening. And have a great day. Have a great evening.
To me. Thank you, Sharon Rose, Master Hilda. It's amazing to know about this information about these products, about this opportunity. I know we're not that many, but and this Zoom is pretty new. But I think starting the new year, we could get this going. We could grow it. We could bring more people to this meeting and just share the opportunity, because a lot of people are going to be out of jobs. This is like the reality. everything's becoming automated, everything's becoming, what do you say, like robots, right? Nobody is gonna have a job it's like a basic job. Everything's gonna be automated. So this is a good opportunity. We were talking to a mom today, a lady, and her daughter, she has a career. She's a therapist for special needs kids. And I think a year ago, she had a baby, and the baby's he's special needs. And in order for her to keep the baby in the system, so they could help her with aid, she needs to quit her job. So she's not gonna have money. She's gonna have to, if she goes to work, she has to hire somebody to take care of the baby with special needs, and she doesn't have enough money. So she needs to quit her job so she could qualify for aid. We can't do that. We can't have an opportunity like this one where you could have people like Shenrose Master Hilda, like Shenrose Master Nancy, like our Star Master Samuel, our Star Master Lydia. We our Shenrose Master Francisco. We have an opportunity where they could make 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand a month and change their life and not have to depend on the system. Okay, I want to ask our Star Master Sam Yoon, maybe like he could give us like a few little words of encouragement so we could start the new year. Like I know probably this is going to be the last meeting of the year, but so we could start with a bang. I know if he could tell us about his team is booming. Today, there was so many masterships accomplished in his team. So maybe he could tell us a little bit about that.
It's a surprise. I wasn't expecting to talk today. Anyway, welcome to this meeting. And I think it is the last one, you say? Oh, it probably is the last one. Okay. Well, anyway, probably. Yeah, it's the end of the year too. So I guess we have a lot of things to see in this year and in this past year. How we did things, how we can better things, and how we can make this system work in our team the next year. Yeah, it has been a great year for us. Today we had a lot of mastership too, but everything comes with work. Nothing comes free. We have to work a lot, and before you work a lot, we have to be intelligent. We have to make the right choices, and the only way to make right choices is to have the right information. So the people who are here for the first time, I congratulate you because you are in the path to know the right information and act on it. And the right information that you're gonna get about our company and the things that is providing you and us for our success is the right stuff. As it is a really right stuff. So get to know it, get familiar with it, and work with it. And you're gonna have great results for you, your family, and everyone around you. Thank you.
Thank you, our Star Master Sam Yoon. Well, this is we don't want to keep you that long. I know it's pretty late for Nancy. Like I'm gonna ask Nancy, since she's here, she took the time to be here. It's 11 o'clock over there in Texas. So I'm just gonna ask her just a little bit if she could give us like a little words of encouragement so we could start growing this team, this Zoom.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I love Atomy. Atomy has changed my life. I'm from being a housewife and now be an entrepreneur and a businesswoman. It makes so much difference for a lot of women. So my goal for next year is to help a lot of housewives, because that's kind of like my duplication. I've been getting a lot of housewives in this business. So there's a lot of work to do because there's a lot of people that don't know how to use technology. Like you said, everything's changing. There's a lot of people going to come out with no jobs. It's happening. And people still don't see the vision, how important to know about technology now, and to know that the world's changing and the future is like less and less jobs out there. So there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of teamwork to do. There's a lot of help, and there's a lot of hope too. Even though there's bad things coming for a lot of people, there's a lot of hope too. So we're in the great moment of this business, and we're in the great opportunity. So my encouragement is just, I know there's a lot of people that are already in the business, but for the new people that are coming, there's a lot of things new coming from the company. I love this course. I don't know I still don't know about the course that's coming for the 9-week course. And I'm right there willing to do this course and be part of the company so we can help a lot of people out there to do this business. I mean, we still have a lot of things, a lot of hope to give to those people out there that are in that are less. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that need hope, and they still haven't seen this business, and they still haven't seen this opportunity. So we still have a lot of work to do. Thank you, Susana.
Excellent. Sharon Rose Master, Nancy Diaz from Texas. Yeah. And I want to encourage you, like I said, to as soon as the year starts, start talking to your people, have, like these 2 weeks of just set your mind, your goals, do your life scenario. I don't know if you guys know who here, whoever's here, who knows about the life scenario? Who knows about it? Okay, see, that's something awesome. See, the people that are with their masterships, the people that are winning, they're the ones with the life scenario. You need to talk to the person that brought you and tell them, hey, where's my life scenario? I need to find out what this life scenario is. Who here in this Zoom has done that 8-step to success? If you could lift your hand. Okay, if you haven't heard that, go to YouTube tonight and look for the 8 steps of success. And who here has heard the 8 core steps, what is that? 8 core habits of success. Okay, see, those are the people that are winning. Go look for all those videos, write them down, 8 steps of success, the life scenario, and the 8 core habits of success. And study those in these 2 weeks. Study those. Do your life scenario, do the 8 steps, and I'm telling you, by next year, within 6 months, if you do what these 3 things say, you will become a sales master. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it as homework. And then another thing, when we come back in January, I'm gonna ask that. I know that maybe everybody that has their camera off, they're probably doing something really important. But next year, let's turn all the cameras. Let's open the cameras, because we can't see what you're doing. We don't know if you're listening. We don't know, we want people that are here, that are present, be in the moment, be in the time, so we could know that you're here, okay? And your people are gonna know that you're here. So let's do that. I wanna wish you, whatever you profess, right? I profess Christmas, so I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you guys next year. And we're so happy to be in this team. We're gonna grow it, and we're gonna be excited to move on and to move on. Who's ready to do the next mastership? Who's gonna try it? Who's gonna try those videos and go to the next mastership? Awesome, that's awesome. All right, so let's do it. And azah. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you guys next year.
Thank you, Susana.
Thank you, Suzanne. Good night.
Thank you, Hilda. Thank you, Nancy, Sam.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.